Hey guys, Alex here. Today I'm going to be talking about quite possibly my favorite weapon in all of Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and that is the Oden Assault Rifle. And the reason that I enjoy using this gun so much is the rate of fire, which is really slow in combination with a long range and high damage output. This weapon can be a two-shot monster in mid to long range, and as somebody who enjoyed playing with the Gorgon LMG back in the Black Ops 3 days, I really enjoy the slow rate of fire and the high damage output. And not to mention that when you kit this weapon properly, you can probably kill just about anybody at any range in two shots if you're hitting the torso and the head. And I'll go more into detail with that later. Now, the damage output is as follows: 48 damage to the stomach and limbs, 62 damage to the chest, and a massive 77 damage to the head. Which, like I said, the biggest downside to this weapon is absolutely going to be its slow rate of fire. If you miss your shots, it's going to be unforgiving. So you have to absolutely make sure that you kit this weapon to a certain parameter that you can actually handle it, and make sure you're using it correctly. And yes, there is absolutely a right and wrong way to use this weapon. The right way being long ranges, take your time with your shots, and aim for the head. The wrong way being run and gun. Please do not run and gun with this weapon. It is not going to be your friend. The aim down sight speed is ridiculous at almost half a second when you kit it the way that I suggest. And if you encounter an SMG player, it doesn't even matter which SMG it is, you're gonna get absolutely stomped on. And just think of that as punishment for using the Oden completely incorrectly. But then again, on the other side, don't go thinking that you're going to go take on an M4 player with their zero recoil and insanely fast time to kill. Because if they miss a shot, they're okay. If you miss a shot, it's not going to be a good time. And honestly, the best suggestion I have for using this weapon is treat it like it's a DMR. Because with the Oden, that's pretty much what you get. It's basically a DMR, but it just looks like an assault rifle. And is also capable of shooting at full auto, which I don't recommend. Now, the recoil aspect of this gun, the vertical recoil is just terrible. Like, imagine every time you shoot a bullet, somebody is just punching your gun upward. That's what it's like to use the Oden. The Ranger foregrip is definitely a must on this gun, which I guess now is as good a time as any to go ahead and get into my attachments. So for my Oden, I have the Colossus Suppressor, Ranger foregrip, 25 round mags, the VLK 3.0X optic, and the 5 megawatt laser. Now the Colossus Suppressor I really enjoy because not only does it give you the benefits of running a suppressor, which in this game you basically have no advantages to running a suppressor, it's also going to give you a boost to your damage range and recoil control, which it's already got a pretty good range as it is. Just having that little bit more is really going to make sure that you're actually getting those two-shot kills that I promised at almost any range. And then the last benefit that you have is the recoil control, which is excellent for this gun because if I'm not mistaken, the recoil control equates to the vertical recoil, which is just it's the one that I was talking about a second ago where somebody's punching your gun upward. But naturally, a suppressor that is as long as the gun that it's attached to is going to come with its downsides, and those are going to be your aim down sight speed and the aim walking steadiness, which the aim down sight speed is the biggest difference that you'll actually notice, and it's going to make it feel like you're trying to aim the barrel of an M1 Abram. Now the next attachment that I have is the Ranger foregrip, which is going to give you the benefit of recoil control and aiming stability, but at the cost of aim down sight speed and aim walking movement speed too. But honestly, the way that you should be playing with this weapon is mounted, so I'm not too worried about the aim walking movement speed. The aim down sight speed again is the one that you're really going to notice. You know, tank. But I think that the benefits of running the Ranger foregrip far outweigh the cons. Because now, instead of somebody punching your weapon up every single time you fire a shot, it's almost like you have a little buddy, somebody standing there trying to help you out and get your shots right. Now the next attachment that I run is the 25 round mags, and this goes without saying, your Oden is absolutely going to tear through ammo. And this has nothing to do with the fire rate. It's just it doesn't have enough ammo. That's only 20 rounds. The 25 is definitely going to help you out, especially if you find yourself in situations like that a lot where you have to shoot at multiple people at a time. The 25 rounds are definitely going to be your friend. Now, this again is going to come at the cost of movement speed and aim down sight speed. You're going to notice the aim down sight speed, but don't worry, I do have a way to combat that, and that's with the 5 milliwatt or megawatt laser. Somebody let me know what it actually is down in the comments below. Uh, Now, this one is actually a little bit controversial, is the wrong word, but a lot of people don't like using it, and it's because that green laser is going to give you away. Especially if you're not used to having a laser on your weapon. If you're pre-aiming corners or even pre-firing corners, people are going to know. So if you can get used to not aiming through a doorway rather than right at the arches of the doorway, that way they don't see the laser going through, you'll probably be pretty good there. And honestly, I can't not suggest it. It's such a good attachment. And in its current state, the stippled grip tape doesn't really seem to be doing anything. I think it's bugged. So the green laser is definitely going to be your friend here. It's going to help you get your aim down sight speed back up to par. And the next attachment that I run on the Oden is smashing the like button. No, in all seriousness, it's a sight. Your sights are going to be preferential. It's really whatever you want. But since I like using this, the Oden at range, I like running the VLK 3.0 optic. And even in close ranges, sometimes it's not really that bad. I used to struggle a lot with the ACOG sights back in the Modern Warfare 2 days, but I've really warmed up to the VLK 3.0 optic. And side note, for those of you who really don't want to use the green laser, the only real substitute for the aim down sight speed, that slight little boost that you get, like I said, the stippled grip tape is a little bit bugged right now. So the next thing that you can use is the FTAC XL Elite Comb, which does give you a little bit of mobility and a little bit of control, but at the cost of aiming stability. And then for the people who enjoy playing ground war a little bit more, like I said, the best way to play this is definitely using as a marksman rifle. So for you guys, you can go ahead and put on the 810mm barrel, which is going to give you some damage range, bullet velocity, and recoil control, which I think, if I'm being honest, bullet velocity is kind of irrelevant in this game because the bullets move so fast anyways. You're never going to really notice a true difference. But the recoil control is definitely notable. And the Oden did come with what I'm going to go ahead and assume was a limited time variant, which is the Dream Killer. That one came with the anime waifu. Sorry, I just feel funny saying that. But all in all, it's a pretty cool looking skin. You can actually go ahead and change the camo on it, and I put on the Vector Trails Topo skin, or camouflage rather, and it actually looks really cool. It's not like a super blaring bright pinkish red color that somebody can see from a mile away. It still leaves the cool Japanese writing and the anime waifu for you to enjoy whenever you're using your gun. So overall, the Oden suits me as a player very well. As you can see in all the gameplay footage that I've included here, I'm not the type of player who likes to rush in and be right in the middle of all the action and all the fighting and all that stuff. I'm the type of player who likes to pick people off, watch our corners, make sure that the position that we're holding down is all good. And I think that the Oden is a very good way of managing that. But let me know what you guys think. Is the Oden a pretty decent gun, or is it just, is it alright? Or do you really not like the gun? Make sure to leave a comment in the comment section below. If you enjoy this type of content, go ahead and drop me a thumbs up. Lastly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. That way you never miss out on any future uploads that I do. And as always, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.